I guess shouldering main. I don't think he's aware to the possibility at all. I think he thinks that cage was maybe a little misdirection here, but he's going to swing. He's going to find Meadow actually on the other side of that, and they will get themselves access to a sight on the back of that, Lauren.
Should be a kill in mid. Actually, no. Okay, the Omen's going the long way around, but CNED is going right to the point. So going to find Fatino straight away, but the spike has gone down. So leaving it in a 3v3. He's going towards that CT side. Zambi is waiting there with a frenzy. Normally a bit of a one and done position, but not even going to get one. CNED going to walk on through. And if this man keeps going as expected, this could be something. But look at that late lurk coming through. Look at Sage and keep that in the back of your minds. This could be something. Meadow does, I still feel, need at least one here. Do a little bit of damage in this, otherwise it could be all for nothing. And Hoodie does finally strike. He catches CNED, but now the rest are going to be tricky, but he's succeeded very well here. The defuse is not stopping. Starzo is going to hold it down, and there we go. First round comes in for Acend. But comes down to one player left, you know, spike plants and all that good stuff. Bone Cold does actually do really well against Fatino. He does get traded out on, but there's at least a bit of damage, and now they know the purchase is in place as well. So there's no surprises anymore. That lurk in middle could come through eventually, but that's neither here nor there as the spike is going down. Now, as David P just finds Starks, where's he got that from?
That was all the way from backside into that smoke,
yeah. Fair enough.
Keeler's here can find Ambi. Ambi kind of shouldering this, actually, holding a little bit of an off angle here. Keeler's got to be careful. The gun barrel will show, and he's punished for it.
I like this force up actually coming out. It's worked so well. It's easy to say that after the fact, but
in the early round, again, Acend will walk mid as 3. They might even catch David P just on the outside of Su as he takes a lot of damage. I don't think he's going to get away. Volkov will indeed punish him, but the Phantom removes. CNED falls.
It does have been recovered.
Headshots there.
Yeah, they did, but I think the rifle's been filtered back on through. Killers has found a fair amount of space to be looking towards a sight on. Does spot Meadow, it looks like, but should be okay to get the spike plant. I think they're safe enough to get that down. Again, weird round coming, and they're on an island. The
Two members of Giants disconnected from this.
Yeah, they are so far away, and it's been read, it's been noted, considering where that fight in middle happened. And now this is a problem for the players on the side. If they get isolated, the sport ain't coming. But actually, Fatino does well. It's Zeke, though, still on the case. Still goes for the push, and Starzo clears it. So now the two players who are isolated have been removed. Ambi, blinded, has to fall away. Actually caught both of the players, but Bone Cold did recover that rifle. Gonna find one, and the swing out comes in. The force by wars work out.
Push him.
Pretty much. And away we go. Already gonna be quite quick to this one. We saw it's an all-in piece, so it's the right choice. But Zeke's still gonna make some really good damage on the start.
CNED.
Yeah, where has CNED come from to be able to find two like that? Just flies on in, I guess. And Killers does eventually show his hand, and he's done well at this. They've actually been able to kind of maintain a little bit of presence on that site.
David P's. Obviously, he's still got to be conscious that somebody's preemptively rotated away from this. Get a plant behind default here. Again, Acend stacked up now. Killers and Bone Cold. Actually, David P, if he can pick up this angle onto rafters, it might even... Ooh, was he close enough there for them to hear that reload?
Don't know.
No, they've not reacted.
They've not looked towards it. And this plant is kind of unique as well. It's not necessarily favouring this position. This could be adding that paranoia that he's going for that late lurk around heaven, potentially. He's actually just swung it! Oh, the timing. There's 3 players. Really tucked, and it looks like this is the goer. This is going to be the way forward for them. A little bit of utility being thrown into this, but Starkzo is still around. He fell off from this earlier on. Killers has been removed, but maybe Starkzo? No, he can't do anything from that. Clean work from Giants. Considering the timing was quite late there, that could have been a bit dangerous, but kept in check. But it's the main man, CNED. Only one today. But it might be a body to try and investigate at this point. Ooh, now one has slipped up middle, but CNED still so quick to adjust. Completely deletes Fatino, and now the problems start to begin. They now know, yes, the op's in play, but look how quickly CNED instantly moves away from this.
Come back away. Looking as if he's going to pick up an angle from B Heaven here. Now, David P deals with the trap wire and ropes. But again, he's actually going to come back and lurk on the back of this. His 3 teammates already heading towards A Heaven. Bone Cold will fall, and that's actually going to pull CNED back this direction once again.
Well, he has to respond in kind, because this is the same look we saw as that B kind of explosion before. The utility all commanding this, and they still do have 2 players, at least towards that A side. So it's not the end of the world, but you can already see the lean coming out. Players are starting to consider, is it time to move away? But again, all they're seeing is David P, and in one part of your mind, now they're going, uh-oh, this was never the play, this was never the plan, but Zeke somehow gets Ambi in this. Starkzo catching as they try and make their way up the vents. The spike plant comes in, maybe, at this point, trying to close the gap, bounding forward. Starkzo's there. He's got here, cross now to be made. And this should be a safe spike plant. This could be a full-on retake.
See, not a single point of damage done just yet.
And away we go, straight on in. There's no holding back here for Zeke. Double stack. Oh my word, they lined up. There was a world in which I saw them all being deleted, but so far for Acend, they are still doing a fair amount of damage. The last couple of players are lingering around though. Starkso wants to get this going. Now notes where the players will be residing. Koler, Starkso, all of them found now.
Capitalize on this once again, because Zeke did fall inside vents. A little bit of an adjustment.
There's no second layer to the pressure here.
There isn't.
Starkso can just sit here like, yes, he does occasionally consider it, but he seems pretty unwavering, and he still gets one. That's going to be spike noted as well. Instantly, Bone Cold is right there to swing on it. The layers are working so nicely, and Bone Cold, again, that's not bad, but the Giants do have a 2v2 finally.
Through here, and actually an opportunity to get this plant comfortably, but again, still cautious of somebody else being on site. Fatino will eventually get it down. The plant's not good for heaven though, so Meadow's got to play this smart, and actually somebody's already crossed ahead of time.
Koler's is just out.
Finally.
What is going on between some of these fights? Now, Acend does know the position, obviously, of the opponent.
Oh, wait, he reads
He's
this.
read this. He's read him like a book. Yeah. All right, let's see what you got. Ambi going to be first on in. Now, again, we've seen good retakes coming on towards this site as well, though, from Acend if they do decide to peel away, but they're not. Acend's actually dedicated towards... What just happened? What just happened?
What noise did you just make?
I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
They do have the res, so potential here, but again, it's awkward to be...
Look how little space they have.
Yeah, exactly. Because of how close Acend are already, it's very, very difficult to get that res online. Zeke actually just waiting to play off the paint shots. Keelers will find a kill. Hoodie does get Ambi back on his feet. Stars are with the res in response.
Okay. Still a 3v3. This is, even with all that bloodshed, it's still looking like Acend have the bodies in the right place, and Keyless is one of them. Bone Cold comes in just to close down the account, but by this point we've been saying it.
Actually performed very, very well. Here it almost seems a little fearful of Acend.
That could spur on a little bit of fire in the Giants' side. Good start towards Zeke, but Starkso on the back of the side. Normally good for one at the very least, and he actually might get a little bit more here. But he's going to be on his own, it looks like. But he's going to find more than just one. It's going to be 3 in the end. Still bringing this back to a 2v2. It feels like every single round, one of these players for Acend is bailing them out of any of the danger that maybe Giants were looking to find. But now Killers did well in that prior round. Outdone this time by David P, closing the gap. Now Bone Cold. Has he been noted yet? I don't believe so, but you're going to see Ambi now keeping that in the forefront of his mind. Quick check over towards that side, but he's actually been able to creep a little further ahead. Bone Cold might have a shot at this one. Good damage on the initial.
Paranoia.
And you're right, he's got a boatload of utility to play with as well, and now he's going to... He's got to have done them both. Oh, he's absolutely caught Ambi, but does he expect the second now? Tries to clear the close corner, but we know where that opponent is. It's David P. Playing at the back, clears through, just spams towards the back of the site. He's down to just the classic, and he's still gone and done it. Bone Cold.
Acend stacked up behind this wall in mid, actually looking like they're going to counter wall here. So Hoodie, good position to at least figure that one out. He does get traded pretty quickly though, so Acend still going to have a numbers advantage here ahead of the rotation coming through. Can they find the second kill here onto Meadow?
Meadow, no.
They absolutely can.
Yeah, bless him. It was, you could see all the pieces lining up, but Acend did find one, he even finds two. Now this is where it all falls to pieces, right? You're still seeing Acend just bringing it together in all the right ways. Spike plant does go in. And now David P presented with what feels like a near on impossible task.
Yep, and noted on the back of the spy cam as well, so he's got to try and reposition here, find another angle. Acend just chomping at the bit the other side of this smoke to get this last kill, get the 11th on the board. There you go, Acend finds his third on the round. Good to watch, but
yeah,
here again, the problem being, I feel like they're kind of struggling for answers here. But we'll actually find Acend there. Ambi follows up and finds Keyless, so they have to try and retrieve that Phantom, but elsewhere, Zeke tries to find some space on towards B site. Meadow will actually respond. Zeke now the last man standing, actually. Gating that investment, at least early on here. Ambi not going to be given a freebie.
Oh, Meadow.
He thinks to shoot out,
honestly, target-rich environment, couldn't quite pick between them, but it'd be a 1-for-1 trade out at the very beginning, but everything's pretty much been noted for Acend here. So it'd be hard to peel away from this and make a second go. Okay, no, it's just fine. They'll just bullishly walk in towards the site. Sheer gun power. That's the spike, Bone Cold. Can you just get the plant first? Yep, thank you. Just in case. I know it's probably not going to be a problem. I know you probably want, you know, the op. I get also commanding of the pace and the firepower they've been bringing in. Fatino, let's see what you've got. It wasn't pretty at the start, but it will get the job done, and that's all that really matters. Time being bought here for the readjust. Oh, God, he's popped the ult. How's he gone away with that? I thought Killers had him dead to rights.
Okay, well, Bone Cold finds a kill as well on the back of that.
Fair enough.
See, actually, spike at the top of ramp, so he has to slip into this smoke to try and retrieve it. I'm not even sure if it's noted there, because nobody from Giants right now even committing to holding. See, actually, Fatino all the way back in spawn right now, just picking up that heal. Actually, on the back of the ult, yeah, you're going to know that it's pretty free, but 10 seconds left. I'm not sure why Giants have spread away from A side. It's only David P to hold down the 4, so they're still going to get the plant through, Lauren.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
Zeke's one away from the showstopper as well. This could be absolutely disastrous.
Oh, no. Fatino, come towards the top. You're going to have that Sage working back in from kind of CT ramp side, excuse me. There it is. Bone Cold pins down Fatino, and now it's all on Hoodie. A 1v2. It's not. I'm going to be honest. Normally we're here celebrating the Ascend win, but that felt like Vodafone Giants were just so flat.
He's get off to a pretty quick start. Ascend already is looking to pretty much no respect push towards B on the back of that Aldrone confirmation.
Nice 3-2 split. Now they need to get the crunch, which they have done. The second layer will be Hoodie, who's been found. A 2-for-1 trade out the site should be theirs. And now the reveal towards CT, dealt with by CNET. It's all looking so easy for him. Fatino's been invested in here somewhat, Sheriff by his side, but CNET could not care less, could he? Carefree, if anything. Spike down, he's taken so many peeks, because why not? He's sitting pretty, 100 HP, no worries.
Actually, Killers will be found. Ambi will find a second as well.
This is much better from Giants. There's a little fight in them. And now 2v2, damage does get accepted on towards that side of Fatino, who's going to be down a little bit lower. Stars, though, gets the timing just right on towards Ambi, and now they know where that additional player is going to be, and Ascend.
But nobody on the other side of this switch here to actually stop the door from opening, so Fatino
Nice
got to be
flash.
careful.
Fully blind, Fatino can't do anything about it. The flash was perfect coming out through the doorway. See
What?
Oh, the follow-up towards CT was just perfection personified. As David P's put to bed, and really, what is left again? Look at what they're left with. There's nothing at this point to play back in with. Oh, a little fight towards CT, sure. Good work from Meadow there, but again, this 3v2 is looking laboured.
This is the bonus round, bear in mind. The fact that Giants are down to 2 now and considering...
A little bit of pressure coming through on middle. Gonna work their way forward. Hoodie gonna give his best attempt. It's probably gonna be him down. Actually, no.
He's done well there.
I'm
Really
surprised he got away with the second on that one, but great work, and at least give them pause for thought here as mid now is going to be contested, but Starkso is on one. This guy, I don't know what he's been up to, but his aim is on it right now.
Come to a 2v2 now. Zeke going to have a clean opportunity to plant. CNET actually trying to play in a position to cut off that rotation through mid. Now, going to come through double doors. Door will be swung open. Fatino got to be careful here, because he's going to have to swing out from bridge. With an operator here, it's pretty difficult to readjust when you do drop down. Actually spotted out immediately by Zeke. David P inside the door there. That's going to get pinged up on the recon bolt. Well, it's an little attempt at a bait here. Again, oh, David P actually finds that.
One enemy remaining.
It's like you get a little bit of hope, don't you? You start thinking maybe there's a chance, and then on the other side there's this man, and the rest of Ascend does get outdone by Fatino, but to what end? To what cause?
Sheriff, fortunately the fall-off damage there doesn't find him the kill. Zeke actually finds Ambi elsewhere, so the plant still comes through, but David P here in pretty good time, actually.
Yeah, really nice time. I mean, he was one of the early players to hear the rotation, but to still find good place is brilliant for him. Gives them a chance in this. Finally, a player advantage in this retake. Kiles pinched from the wrong side. It leaves it all on Zeke, whose position's now been noted. Utility running a little low, but he still grabs Hoodie.
He's got Hunter's Fury now as well.
Oh my word, that changes this completely. Does he know when to use it? Yes, he does. The tag as well. Meadow's dead. Oh, the push. Oh, the timing for Zeke. I thought he might have had it. And maybe that's easier said than done. There's still a bit of danger. I like this from David P. Yeah, going on an exploratory mission, he does find Bone Cold, gets to slip back away into safety and call a fair amount of information. Nice. work so far for the Giants. 5 still stand. All those threats coming through. Beautiful work from Fitinho there. Just catching Cena as he tries to make that way up middle. Again, the extremities have been held now, so, you know, everything noted apart from Zeke, it seems.
Cage triggered. Cage triggered.
You're actually slipping back towards pillar here. Keeler's actual... no way he gets this kill. He's actually slipped through the cage.
Come on, come on. This is not how it falls apart, surely. How's it a 2v2? Spike going down?
Left.
They know
Oh,
exactly
no
where both of these
way.
remaining players are. Again, they can just post up now. The plant's safe for backside. Again, actually both with operators now, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
think so, because the player that got picked over by Pillar was, yeah. So, all right, let's see if they can maybe close the gap, make it uncomfortable for these operators. I don't think they're going to be too uncomfortable, though, for now. Time's going to be pretty late in the day, and Giants aren't finding that step.
David P's got to wait for this toxin to rebuild a little bit, give them an opportunity. Yeah, actually peeks ahead of it there, so Keeler will notice
Here we go,
position.
time.
Zeke finds Ambi, though. Now, can almost bait out each other in this scenario here. It's perfectly done. I mean, dare I say, could we see a repeat of Split here where Acend find their groove and find some momentum, but Fitinho over the top will find Keyless to open this round up. He'll find another one as well.
Stunning work from Fitinho, finally being given a little bit more freedom.
Enemy remaining.
Stark, so that's a little bold of you, my friend, but again, Fitinho, wonderful work there.
To make a play around that lockdown on Breeze in particular. This is a little bit of Fitinho swings out, he finds the opener here. Now, Giants can sit back a little bit, but Hoodie's punished on the back of it now. The Hunter's Fury's got a tag. David P's in a lot of trouble and he's found again.
Yeah, and this is still a weak buy, but you can see the ultimates coming through, all that pressure, all that presence. Cned is going to get himself the op too, I'm pretty sure here. Yeah, he...
Last thing you want to see him picking up.
Yeah, he's got his ult rolling. Zeke can at least get information at the very bare minimum. And what a shot from him to tame Cned. But Zeke does find Ambi, so still a 1v2, it's feasible. What can Meadow do with this? Not much.
Again, you almost want
Yeah.
them to kind of be playing anchor in a round like this.
Yeah.
No resistance on the way in whatsoever.
It's just a free plant. Flash goes in. It's just, it's looking, as you like to say, a little flaccid.
Absolutely is. Now Zeke will find David P. Again, just comes through one by one in favor of Acend. Last man standing. Hoodie dealt with. It's a 9-3 half. That's 4, going to walk mid.
But look at Giants, if they hold that. I mean...
2 players noted there, potentially 3 actually now. Okay, Fitinho throws his life on the line there. Meadow with the second punish here. Ambi's actually able to make his way onto A site and find this plant. So, Acend actually will find their own demise there and trying to be proactive in the pistol round.
I love the intention from the Giants as well. 2 players kind of lean towards A, they kind of pull that pressure away from middle. Allows them that chance to have that little pinch going on. Bone cold, very crisp on one.
Last player standing.
Surely,
Anyone for any more?
surely not. Okay, should be all right. Yeah, David P's got him. Like that. Still need to show a little presence on the site so that can become kind of activated. Starzo is afraid of nothing. Apparently, literally afraid of nothing. And you can see as to why.
Down A.
The man is just unchained.
HP.
He doesn't care. He's still pushing. He's still flashing. Now, yes, David P's flank comes in, but to what level of success?
30 seconds
Here we
left.
go. How much you get from this now after Starzo just actually gutted your side? Starzo is low. But the spike is deep within enemy territory. And there is now that... There's levels to this. There's a player slowly creeping in behind. And look at the time.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I mean, Acend close enough. Well, Keeler's losing a 1v1 to the turret right now, but
Happens.
Fitinho will find Bone Cold and he actually finds a second one here. Zeke will fall. This is looking doable for the Giants.
It's a bit weird, isn't it, though? Because this just happened. Kilo's waited patiently. The ult now dropped. You can see Starkso starting to creep towards the site, and this man is hungry for more. Another potential victim towards the back of the site.
No
Cned
way.
cleans up the other 2.
No way.
Fitinho now in a dire situation. The 2 big dogs against him. He's just trying to stay alive. He runs out of chances down that side. So a fair assumption But how do you know where Zeke is? You don't, but a good reaction will do the job.
I was going to say, I think Zeke was actually noted from his recon bolt there. So
Okay,
a little
fair
bit of
play.
a mishap, actually, on the side of Zeke. Maybe not aware of the possibility they've come back. And seen it
Very
actually
nice.
found here, but David P caught
Oh,
with
dear.
utility in hand.
6
Player
HP.
standing.
Yeah, re-peeking on 6. He was
30
still
seconds left.
trying to go for it. This is nice from the Giants. Maybe trying to catch some of the over peaks, the aggression coming out from the from Acend has actually worked out well this time. Bone Cold. 1v4 is pretty dicey. Not going to happen. Okay.
Seen it about to be the second layer to that as well. Zeke.
Yeah, he can spin to window if he wants, or just from the other side.
30 seconds left.
Oh, Zeke, he's got caught off. He's absolutely been caught off. He's done for. Oh, he
Again,
knows it too. You know
Yeah.
he was absolutely on for a sitter there. He's frustrated with that, and so are we. But now there's one player on the site itself, tucked in cam. Flash comes out, fully blind. David P tries to make a run for it, but Starkso gets him. 10 seconds left. Where is that
10
spike
seconds
right
left.
now? Get a wriggle on towards site. Ambi finally makes it. There's a player on the back of the site. They've absolutely fumbled it. Need to see something out of them here, because right now, Acend, they're just looking substantially better, aren't they? 1-1 trade out. David P can at least kind of drag this one a little further forward, but Killers is still here. Did he note the player crossing? He doesn't really care too much about it, because he can spray freely towards that spike out towards the site. It's a 3v2, favorable this time towards the Giants, so stay maybe a chance in this. Ult comes in. You still have that mid position, that late lurk there, but CNED is alive. When he's alive, there's always a chance.
Yeah, Meadow actually just about picking up this angle through tunnel now, but I think Cena, yeah. Oh, he actually wasn't ahead of the pillar. I thought there was a chance Cena was going to be able to cross there. David P's found by Bone Cold, though. Again, Giants are split. Meadow and Fatinho. Actually, with that second snake bite, even force them away now. Don't think it does, but baits out the shot. Unfortunately, Meadow there with the counter peek, and
Too far for Giants, just going to be working their way through towards that A site. No initial fight. One flash confirms attendance, but that's all she got. But Starkso, we know he'll be happy to throw down for it, but he does get eliminated, but Bone Cold is there. Now, push towards CT. David P's found Bone Cold. This is looking okay, clean enough for now. It's not perfect, but it's okay. 4 alive and against 3. The Killjoy is a little low on HP, but David P's going to try and take... That's not a great one way for him to try and play off. Try to look for a... Oh, this isn't good. This is actually really quite bad. That's now a rifle recovered, and there's time on this. There's a lot of time on this. Fatinho is going to be called upon to get a couple of kills here. I still think...
what?
CNED gives him the drive-by special. Upgrade now garnered as well.
Meadow's like solo HP. He actually luckily finds
Lucky
that kill.
boy. Ooh, okay. 9-12. Ascend still on match point, but Giants are looking a little revitalized and something a bit fruity.
See Hoodie find the flash there. Bone Cold good for the punish. So Keeler's below it. This could be the one here. Again, slight pace change from Giants. The wind in their sails, and Acend sitting deep enough here to absolutely greet them.
Look at how many there are on the site. It is just bodies on the right place in the right time. Starkso gonna probably put the nail in the coffin. He has. It's 13-9. Acend